Hello Yellow class. So for today's maths we're going to be thinking about capacity. Now capacity is the maximum amount of something that a container can hold. Okay, so I have collected together a few containers which will hold different amounts of things. As you can see, I have got lots of giraffe mugs and lots of giraffe cups, and they all hold different amounts of things. And today you are going to need some different resources. So you're going to need some containers, you are going to need a measuring jug of some sort, and you've probably got one of those in your kitchen. If you haven't got a measuring jug like this, maybe if you've got a baby or a younger brother or sister, you might find that you've got a measuring scale on the side of a baby's bottle, and you can do the same thing with that. Just obviously isn't the same as a jug, but you will still be able to measure the amount of water that you are putting in. You are also going to need some water for this, so you'll either need to work somewhere that mummy and daddy or whoever you're with doesn't mind if it gets a little bit damp, or in this lovely weather you could go and work outside. It's completely up to you what you want to do. Okay, you don't need as many vessels as I've got. I did find all my, well, not all of them, most of my giraffe mugs for us to have a look at today. What you need to do is you need to probably find about 5 different containers that will hold a different amount of liquid. Okay, so you don't need as many as this, 5 will do. What you're going to be doing, using your measuring jug. Now on mine I've got 2 different types of measures. I've got something called fluid ounces, which is what we used to measure in, but we don't tend to measure so much in that anymore. And we have got millilitres and litres. And what I want you to do is to really measure in millilitres today. Okay. Now, when you're doing your measuring and when you're measuring the capacity, what you need to do is you need to pick one of your containers and you need to fill it up all the way to the top. Okay, so I've done that by putting that in. I might also need to just top that up. You are going to spot that my jug is a little bit leaky. Oh, and I need to fill it right to the top. Now I've got a little bit of liquid in here, so I need to tip that out, because when I'm measuring capacity, I don't want to have anything in here before I do it. Now, I've got my measuring jug. I'm going to pick up the cup that I'm measuring the capacity of, and I'm going to pour this straight into my measuring jug. Now when I do that, on the side here, it registers how much is in there on the scale. So the scale here, I can read this, and let me have a look on here. Now I'm quite lucky. Ooh, I thought I was lucky then. I thought it was on 100. It's just below 100. I think that little vessel there contains 90 millilitres. So on my piece of paper, I'm going to label that one, and I'm just going to write on there 90 millilitres so that I can remember the capacity of that little cup. Then I'm going to go for, now this one, I think we can already see that this one is probably going to hold more. Now I can pour this water straight into that one, and I'm going to need some more because I need to make sure I fill it all the way to the top. Oh, nearly there, nearly there. Oh, quite a lot more went in that one. Right, still got a little bit in there, so just going to empty that out, because when I'm measuring, I don't want any of that to affect how I'm measuring. I'm going to pour the liquid from here straight into my measuring jug. Now this isn't, don't know how well this is going to go. Oh, look at that. Right, it all went virtually straight in. Now, when I have a look this time, oh, I'm reading the scale. Now, I don't have all the measures up the side, and now it comes, now you should be able to work this out at home, it comes halfway between 400 and 500. So that means I've got 450 millilitres in that cup. Okay, so I can pop that one, and label it, and I can put it down. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get 5 different containers, fill them up with water, use a jug, a measuring jug, to measure how much liquid is in these containers. You can put them in order of the amount of liquid they hold, and you can record that in your book by either drawing them or you can take a photo and stick it in. It's up to you entirely how you do that, but you are learning how to read the scale to tell you how many millilitres of liquid is the capacity of these different containers. So well done, have fun with that. As I say, you might want to go outside. When you've finished, we're not going to waste this water. We can use this water for lots of different things, but you might want to go outside and water some of those plants in your garden. Please don't waste that water. But have fun with that today and try not to get too wet and try not to make too much mess. We don't like to do that. Take care, Yellow class. See you soon.
Bye.